Hello, hello, successful women. Let me fix my screen. We are streaming. Okay, so we have both Facebook group and I'm streaming to my YouTube channel for the first time too. So hopefully that comes through okay. Because this is a new experience for me going live on YouTube. And for your replay people, if you are here in the Facebook group and you're watching the replay, make sure you comment #replay because we're giving away Amazon gift cards to the replay winners as well, the replay watchers as well, sorry. And hello to all my new VIPs. Thanks for being here. Thanks for committing to your business. Let me know if I can help you in any way. You know, I'm always here answering questions. Guys, we are at like pretty close to 900 crazy, amazing ladies that are in this group right now. I'm loving this community. I'm loving the support and I'm loving how you support each other and you support me too. So thank you so much for supporting me. And I love getting to know you guys and what everybody does. There's like so many businesses out there that I just didn't even know existed. So it's like so cool to see all the different things that people are into. And maybe I'll need you guys one day. So I'm keeping you in mind. That's the power of the interweb, guys. Drop in the comments what your business is, because then we can all see what each other does, what we all do, and maybe we can help each other out at some point in time. And say hello to my beautiful power mom of a friend, Miss Paige, who is in the comments and she is waiting to give away some Amazon gift cards. So tell her you're here. Tell her she's awesome. Tell her you want a gift card. Okay, girls. So we are here to learn how to leverage our authenticity and how to be a solid leader. Now, even if you already think that you're doing this, trust me when I say you're going to learn something new today. So please welcome another power mom. I've talked to her a few times. She's a power mom, let me tell you. Miss Staci Manley.
Hey everybody. Hey Kate.
Hey, welcome. I'll give you the floor, but welcome, and the show is yours.
All right. Well, ladies, I'm so excited to be here with you today and to connect with y'all. Whether you're commenting down below, I've got my phone flipped open so I can see comments, and they do have resonating, feelings and thoughts, or maybe you have a question. I'm gonna try to keep track of those as I talk along. But I will tell you no promises, because when I start talking, I really start talking and I get into it. So if I don't catch it during this, I'll catch it after, okay? So also, very special thanks to Katie. I really appreciate, this group and this space, this tremendous group. I just sitting here looking at like how you commented about your group number a minute ago. I was like, hell yeah, there's like almost 900. It's like it's going up and up and up. So amazing, amazing work and attribution to all of these lovely ladies here. Incredible opportunities for sure. So I'm so excited to be speaking here in this group today about leveraging your authenticity and being a solid leader. And they really go hand in hand. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So first, y'all are comfy in the bed with me because I don't have a proper desk. I'm actually in an apartment like hotel room, getting my son a treatment here in the Denver area. So bed, but hoping we actually bought a house and sold our house in the same day. Hello, manifestation, right? Isn't that freaking miraculous? I have had coffee today. And like these things just happen, and these things happen in flow, which is also a huge reason why I talk about these types of things, because manifestation becomes unreal when you are really sitting in your energy and being a solid leader, and being able to release some sort of need of control, which is also what I talk about in this training as well. And I do have a little activity because it can go really fucking deep. Sorry, I swear sometimes, but it can go really deep. Okay, so you can be as surface as you want to get yourself going, or you can take as much time as you need and really chip down at some levels here. Alrighty, but let's talk about this. I'm going to start with leveraging authenticity. Okay. And, a lot of the times we feel like we're being authentic, But there can be so many things going on within us, things that we've picked up, experiences that we've had, that we've processed, that make it seem like it's something that's authentic to us, but it's really not. So I challenge you to ask yourself what is right and like in who you truly and really are and how you really want to do things, because it's so important as being leaders within this world, especially the online space. Real recognizes real. I tell you, like people will start to kind of come to you and be like, oh wow, like this person's just so powerful in who they are and what they represent and how they speak and all of these things. And it's so important. You know, people ask, well, like, you know, they know about authenticity. It's not something that's new in this world, right? How do you really get there? How do you really just allow that to radiate out into the world? And that in and of itself becomes magnetic. Again, not a new term, right? But a lot of people miss the link. They think they're doing all the things, and that's the problem with thinking. Okay? That can be the problem with thinking. Because our brain loves to tell us how to do things. It soaks in a lot of knowledge and lessons, and you know, you do the courses and you do all these things to have things called tools. Okay, these are tools, definitely separate than your authenticity about who you are, because that's what's going to be genuine and pure all the time. And that's what a lot of people miss. Tools are going to be there. You could put tools down, pick them back up, and they're going to be the same. Okay. But we as authentic leaders and people, we have to really understand for us and who we are and how we because and this is what's so important, we are in like larger introspective type of thinking and knowing we're all part of a balancing act for each other, with each other. There's even a grander scale of things happening that sometimes we just don't think about when it comes to our authenticity and how we balance this world and how other people, you know, perceive things. So important to get comfortable with your own thoughts. Okay, get comfortable with your own thoughts. Like if you have some type of intelligence or knowing just coming through, allow that to be right and true for you. You don't have to cross check. If don't mind my dog, there's probably another, but I don't know if you can hear her. Get comfortable with your thoughts. Get comfortable with your quirks, with your intelligence, with your voice, with your body. Because like I said, our mind likes to just chug away and logic and plan and thinking. Okay? We can think about things and plan things out all day long. We really, truly can. Some type of controlled outcome, right? We really need our minds to work and flow with our bodies. We need to be able to feel within us this realness, this authenticity, this knowing of our purity, of who we really are, of how our energy really like shines and works and really impacts others. Because I'm telling you, if you sit in that energy, if you know that energy, if you're comfortable with that energy, you're going to go a lot further than it is just with planning and thinking things out and telling yourself how you need to be. So, with that being said, learn how to be unafraid. Learn how to be unafraid. And it does take some learning sometimes, okay? Because I'm scared, take action scared. If I'm scared about doing something, I'm like, I need to understand why I'm scared about doing this. Why do I feel like I have to build myself up to be brave to do something? Is it really in alignment, or is there something that I need to clear out within myself so that it feels organic, so that it feels natural for me to just go out there and do it effortlessly? Okay, that is being a solid leader in my own thoughts, okay, in my own mind, in my own experience, what I witness, what really draws me to other people, what draws other people to me is just being able to get on a live like I'm talking to you now and being able to just talk about this. You know, there's people asking other people all the time, like, what is something that you could talk about for 30 minutes? It's zero effort, okay? Because it's pouring out from you. This is something that you're a leader in naturally. You don't have to prepare. It just radiates. Okay, that is authenticity. That is authentic leadership. It's everything within you that you know and you just feel within all of you. And that's why you get so powerful about it. That's how you, like, when I'm talking, like, I move my arms, like, I'm excited. And that's something that a lot of people love. Is like, oh, you excite me and you make me feel powerful and you like give me this energy to do things. I'm like, hell yes. Hell yes. Okay. So that's what my energy like does. That's what other people feel from within me, and then they're able to feel it within themselves to be able to do the same. Okay, that's just like my part, right? You have to understand what your own is, because we're not all the same. None of us are really the same. So it's so important to recognize what within you is truly authentic. What is your authentic energy? How do you speak to people? What kind of words do you use? The point where I really questioned like my vocabulary. I questioned my vocabulary. I questioned how I like, do I need to make things more simple or practical or easy to understand and stuff like that? Because I use words like unobstructed, words like like unwavering and stuff like that, and it doesn't always click for people. It really doesn't. Sometimes you have to, like, I have done the same thing where I've looked up a definition that somebody else used and I was like, oh, that's what that means. Okay. But don't be afraid to use the words that naturally flow out of your mouth. Okay. Because that's your intelligence. That's your wisdom. Use it, utilize it, leverage it. That's all you. Okay. That's what's going to set you naturally apart from everybody else. It's a natural thing. And I want to reinstate that so many times. When you're really in your authenticity and you're really like, it just comes so organically and so naturally. It's effortless. It's effortless to help other people. Also, I know a lot of us are business owning women who are, helping people or even through products and stuff like that. Like, that's your love, that's your passion, and you're nurturing other people with your products, whether it be a bar of soap or a course, but like all of that needs to naturally flow. You don't want to force these things. You don't want to have to over. Okay. All right. You guys, I didn't even have to look at my notes much, so I'm gonna check in real fast. Yes, mind flows the body, Katie. Absolutely. T-shirts. Yes. T-shirts can make, like, T-shirts are so impactful in so many ways, right? And it's even like wearing a message for some people, right? Or even wearing a business shirt, stuff like that. Like, so many things and reasons why people need shirts and want shirts, and like, it's a part of them too. And like, there's just so much nurturing in so many different things. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, so reverse fear. Okay. Reverse fear. Kind of like I said, you don't have to be brave or take action scared. I just want to say that again. Because you just know. You're like solid in that knowing. You don't question yourself. You're not confused about what you're going to speak on. Like, spend hours and hours and hours like writing everything out. I'm telling you, I've done it before. And it's exhausting. It is so exhausting to write out a whole say, y'all. Like, I went through this quickly. I was like, I know what I'm going to talk about. I know the keynotes that I'm going to do. Like, I've got it just effortlessly flows. If I could get my tongue to work today. So if you're feeling doubt, if you're feeling confusion about something, ask yourself why. Don't be afraid to question yourself, because that's what's going to lead you to understanding more of who you are and what may not be in alignment with you at all. If not in alignment with you, it doesn't mean that you can't be in alignment with it later on, but you're going to have to do a little bit of work if that's what you really want to do. You really need to embody it and feel it within your body, that comfortableness of like, this is me. I've got this. And then you present it to the world. Okay. So, circling back around, y'all, I like to have fun. So I may dance, I may laugh, I might get loud. All right, so through your authenticity, that's what really makes you this solid leader. You're not going to be wavering. You're not going to be like presenting yourself as something one day and then another thing the next, okay? And not like there's nothing wrong with that. You're figuring out who you are. So if you're in that process, if this is something that you're trying to figure out, like have no shame or guilt about that. I think a lot of us go through that at some point or another, okay? I know I did early on in my entrepreneurship. I was like, what do I call myself? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be like a coach. I don't know if I want to be like a guide or a mentor. I don't know what to call myself. Okay. So like literally same thing with same thing with titles. Okay. Just allow yourself to call you whatever you really feel within your heart that you are for people. Okay. Also, kind of like how I was like, oh man, I lost my train of thought if I'm going to be completely honest, but it's just like why are we so concerned? You know, we just need to feel within our heart, like, and then the words come, the knowing. And that's what I say, like this knowing, just this knowing comes. It's a natural thing to know things. Okay. Within your inner wisdom is really powerful and magnificent. Okay. Allow that to be, allow yourself to, because that's coming from your body. Okay. And your mind can get with that if you allow it to. Alrighty. So, oh yeah, the wavering. See, I know I was like, I'll bring myself back around to that, but the wavering, you know, it's just like, oh man, you know, like for me, my biggest struggle was, and why I didn't feel as authentic in, you know, the past is that I would take on so much about like what I was being coached, what I was learning, and you know, all of these things. And what I found that these are just tools. Okay. I don't have to take them on myself, but I can utilize them as tools. Alrighty. So just something to be really aware of and distinguishing and separating for yourself, which is actually part of this practice or this activity that I'm going to share with you guys anyway. But being able to really separate yourself from what you should do or be and what is really true for you. Okay. Because there's a lot of lessons and learnings that balancing act that I was talking about earlier. Okay. That you're learning from is part of this balancing and perspective shifting and stuff like that, that you can be like, oh, that person has a point. Okay, how can I better myself? How can I, you know, incorporate or get that into my life, into the way that I do the work that's impactful? How is that, you know, like right and true for me? I get that to be me. Okay. Just something to consider as you go along, because I know for me in the beginning, that really separated me from the authenticity. And this doesn't feel right, but I think I should do it, but I just don't know. And then later on, I would just scrap the whole thing because I just couldn't get with it. I couldn't get with it. And it was frustrating to me. Okay. I'll need to better ourselves. Yes. Yeah. And it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing journey throughout our whole lifetimes. I really feel like we should just be just to that and be like, okay, oh yeah, like this is part of bettering me, like as a continuous journey. And you don't have to take everything that you know and learn and apply it. Like some things that just you're like, okay, cool, like take a note, leave that for later, maybe it'll make sense at a later time. Okay. I love that vibe. Solid in the knowing of yourself. Yes, absolutely. Oh, thanks, Katie. Yeah, I told you. My energy can be loud. Alrighty, so okay. Really, you know, I feel that, and this is just me. Okay, so I'm gonna say that consciously. This could just be me, but feel that letting go of control. Okay, allow likeness and that flow. There is beautiful balance, right? We're business owning women. We're, you know, making generational wealth for ourselves and for our families and everything like that. So there can be this sense of need to control, and I feel a beautiful balance that happens. It's just like as a note, right? is, when it's part of the tools, right? It's part of our authenticity, our solidness as a leader, and having those tools. That's why it's so important to know when to go into yourself to bring forth that knowing, that knowledge, that inner wisdom, the alignment, whatever you want to call it, this higher self. That, okay, I mean, there's so many and describers. You don't have to be woo woo to feel and know that energetically there's something within you that's super intelligent. Okay, that can just come out of nowhere. It literally can just come out of nowhere. You're like, oh, just trust it, okay? Because you are magnificent, beyond probably what you even. But that's why it's so important, the separation and the knowing of the tools versus authentic. So that this is coming from authentic self. This is coming from tools. They make this really effortless, beautiful flow and manifest from thoughts, from ideas, from creations, from your voice, from who you are, from how you help people, and then happen. Okay, beautiful, interweaving of both. It's important to know when you need to work more on the other. Okay, because balancing isn't always 50-50. It's like, oh, I need to work more, like I need to bring that back on. It can be like a sliding scale and shifting, and then you're able to just really go forward with it. Very pure, like powerful, magnificent type of way. Magnificent is a word I've been using lately. So that's just a note for y'all to keep up, and that is the practice, this action taking that I'm gonna end this training real fast is time. Okay, to know what your tools are. Okay, take the time to know what your tools are. Your computer programs, your campaigns, your emails, any type of landing pages that you have. These are tools. Okay, somebody tells you something about their own perspective. That can be a tool that you can implement and use later on. Okay, but some advice is a tool. Okay, advice is a tool too. So understand, really, like on a put a middle line, okay, kind of like in elementary school. We're dividing the page here so that you can write out things on both ends and really to know and understand what your tools are. Like what is not part of you, who you are, of your authenticity, but what can you use? These are your manual tools. This is the cultivating and the action. Okay, this is what takes your authenticity, your thoughts, your vision, everything, and makes it happen, Captain, in the real world. Authenticity. How are you connecting with people? You have tone that you use. How do you express yourself? Okay, that's your authenticity. And like I said earlier, real recognizes real. Okay, that is going to be an automatic attraction to people because they're not going to see the same stuff that other people are posting. They're not going to be hearing the same stuff that other people are talking about. How to become this natural leader, you're going to be making connections with people and in ways that you didn't even maybe realize that you could. You didn't realize it was an open door. You didn't realize it was an opportunity. And my glasses keep sliding down because of my face. but that is leveraging. Okay, that's your leverage. It's your authenticity. Facebook Messenger is right. So how do you help it? And like it can even go as far as like how do you help people's brains like so what you're teaching or guiding them through. Okay, that is an authentic way, which is part of the tools also that you have. That's a beautiful mingling of the both. All right, so really take the time and separate your tools. I'm like, which way am I putting it on now? Tools and your authenticity, and like use your wisdom and your intelligence and understandings and knowings of like, this is how I mesh the two. really help people. This is how I really like it. This is how I really like, and it'll going out from you. Okay, it's a lot of that personal power. And I'm touching my solar plexus. I'm like, it's not personal power, but you can't see me do it. So it's that beautiful sacral and solar plexus really working together. Okay, that's what I really feel like those two energies are. And then that, I mean, like, I can't even tell you the power that just comes through. You know, like power is like a word within this whole thing. Even Katie was saying it, like this power. This power. Yes, this is our power. This is our individual power. And it's beautiful and it's magnificent. And like this, just looking at ourselves magnifies it. It really, truly does. Okay. So that, I think, checking my notes, making sure allowing things, allowing this to happen, you know, taking this beautiful balance of the tools and the authenticity, whether you call it masculine and feminine, you know, however you want to call them, it doesn't really matter. Same with leader. Okay, however you want to call yourself as a leader, a guide, a mentor, you know, a light worker, if you're in the spiritual realm, like this leader. Okay, whatever you want to call it, it's kind of the same energy, isn't it, anyway? So it doesn't separate you. Whatever kind of leader that you want to call yourself. We are way much, yeah. Separating tools and authenticity. It is, and we are magnificent, absolutely. Like, I have no doubt that every single person, the 800 people that are going to be training, I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that every single one of one, okay, have this beautiful, magnificent, powerful, authentic way of making incredible impact in this world. Okay. So trust yourself. Know that you are this beautiful, wonderful part of this whole battle. I called it, like earlier, or this magnificent way of sharing yourself with the world. It can be scary because the world's a big place, right? But I tell you guys, when you start getting into this and you work into this stuff, so small more. You really don't. So if you're ever feeling small, come back to that authenticity, to that power and this magnificence that you have, and magnify it, because you don't feel small or lost in a sea of online people or anything like that anymore. You just become this solid, steadfast person that is just making magnificent waves. Alrighty, guys. So that is my share with y'all today. If you ever wanted to hop in and chat with me or see the landing page that I set up for this magnificent offer for this group, feel free to check out that link too. And my glasses keeps oh my god.
Thank you so much. Yes, Stacy's link is in the description, so make sure you grab that. You can get some more golden nuggets of information in there. Thank you, Stacy. That was amazing. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. This is like, I'm not going to say it's a weakness, but it's where I'm not strong is with the mindset work. Like, I'm very like tools, and I can like teach things, but like mindset is like where I'm constantly having to do the work. So like, this is great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
No problem. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah. All right. So guys, so like I said, I'm better with the boop, boop, boop. Here we go. Right. So in order to grow your personal brand or your business and to be that leader, you need to be able to position yourself. You have to position yourself as that go-to expert or leader for your ideal clients and customers, right? So how do you do that when like you're first starting out or you're trying to like reinvent your business? Listen up, because we're going to talk about this. I don't know about you, but when I first got started, I was totally intimidated by the world of social media and how many people seem to be an expert. I was like, what? I was comparing myself to others. Like just even wondering, like, do I even have what it takes to start a business? Like, I just have no idea what I'm doing, right? I mean, everyone they look so much further ahead of me than I was. They had like more followers, they had so much more experience, right? If you've ever felt that way, tell me in the comments that I'm not alone. I mean, the worst thing about this feeling is that you feel very isolated, and you feel like you're the only person that has ever felt this way, right? So in reality, I feel like most of us, when we start out or when we're trying to reinvent our business, this is how we feel. Dropping this in the comments will let everyone know who sees this that they are not alone and that others feel the same way. You do have what it takes to be a leader in your niche, but you have to start somewhere. Every winner was once a beginner. And I promise by taking the first steps towards this will show that it shows that you have what it takes to get there. And the first step, what I always say, is niching down. You have to niche down. You have to specialize in something, right? A jack of all trades is a master to none. When you are trying to stand out in a crowd of online entrepreneurs, the easiest way to stand out is to specialize in a specific area, to focus on helping a specific kind of person. This step is so important that I have an entire YouTube training on it, and I'm teaching this inside the rejection-free sales system. The key is to pick one thing you want to be known for and go all in on that thing. A great example, like something that's huge, is the fitness industry, right? You might say, okay, I want to be known for helping people with their fitness, but that is just way too broad. You will drown in the sea of people that are doing the exact same thing, like big names people. To set yourself apart from the pack, you have to realize that fitness is an industry and it's not a niche. First, you need to focus on who you want to work with. Is it men? Is it women? Is it new moms? Is it college athletes? Is it former athletes, right? Each one of these groups will have a different desire, and you will speak to them and write copy for them all differently. If you try to talk to all of them, your voice will drown out in that sea of fitness instructors. And once you figure out who, then you have to decide what. So if it's like that fitness example, are you going to focus on nutrition, supplements, or exercise? Yes, all are important, but you have to start by focusing on just one if you want to be heard. If you pick exercise, then specifically what kind of exercise? Is it CrossFit? Is it kettlebell, yoga, swimming? If it's the diet, then is it keto, paleo, vegetarian? I'm sure you get the picture now, right? So instead of helping people with their fitness, you become, for example, the go-to expert for helping moms with 10-minute ab workouts that they can do at home with no equipment. Does that make sense? And as your business grows, your niche can grow too. But in the beginning, it's absolutely essential that you niche down as much as possible in order to blow your business up. Another way that you can stand out as that leader in your niche is to teach. There's no better way to learn than to have to teach it. If you found something that you really love to do, then you will read about it and you will research about it, and then you will find out how to teach it. And showing up as that person of value is the fastest, most proven way to set yourself apart as that person, that go-to person in your field. And by investing in yourself and committing to learn about your niche and consistently teaching about your niche and teaching it to your ideal audience, your clients and your customers will come to recognize you as the authority. And when you're working to position yourself as that leader and that expert, lean on the ones that you already consider the authority, the experts. Choose like 5 to 10 experts in your niche. A niche similar to yours is fine too, and start sharing their content. And get into the comments in what they're in their content, and then start working conversations with people in the comments. You'll start to build authority with those people in the comments as well. And they could benefit from your services, but you might also find somebody that you could like team up with, and like share each other's content. Maybe somebody else who's starting out or who's starting to niche down. You could interview each other. You could form a little collaboration. Like if you're teaching the exercise and they're teaching the diet, you could recommend each other. So that's just kind of a, kind of a win-win situation that you could work for yourself in other people's comments. So become so obsessed with your niche that you know every little thing, every little trend that is happening, and that way you can be the true resource. And as you go along, start collecting testimonials. Social proof is huge for standing out in a crowd as a leader and an expert. And if you don't have any clients yet, that's fine. Ask a couple of your best friends or a coach or somebody that you're working with. Ask them to give you like a 1 or 2 line testimonial about how passionate you are in your business. And then start to put these testimonials in your social media page, in your freebie capture page. And as you get more clients, make a point of collecting testimonials along their journey with you. And then you can put those in future offers, future websites, and things like that. In fact, when you use client testimonials, if those clients also have a business, that's exposure for their business, and they'll actually thank you for that one. So that's another win-win, another collaboration. So what I'm saying is it's not as daunting to start as you might think. And in order to make your business and personal brand profitable, you also have to have a proven plan in place to attract, capture, and convert your ideal clients and your customers into like your paid programs, to buy your products, and to buy your services. I did not go from a social media nobody to growing my business only because I positioned myself as a go-to expert. I mean, that's a huge part of it, and it definitely is kind of that first step, so don't get me wrong. But what really makes it possible is having a proven plan that helps convert my new ideal followers into customers and clients on autopilot, like when I'm even sleeping. I'm offering a VIP membership that right now it's at such a ridiculously low price as a thank you to you guys for being a founding member of this group and a founding member of my course, the course that I've already been teaching, but now I'm putting it into print and I'm recording things so that I can teach as many people as possible. So I'm thanking you by giving you this this really, really low price as kind of like a pre-sale. I mean, you're going to get lots of benefits with the VIP membership, the annual VIP membership, but the super low price is a thank you to you for kind of helping me get this started. And then I also want you to be able to get exposure for your business as well, which is what you can do in the group. Inside the annual plan, you can learn rejection-free sales, starting at the basics in my 5-phase step-by-step program. Lesson 1 is just about complete and will be out very, very shortly, probably if not next week, then the week after. I'm teaching you a business that is focused on freedom, that will deliver you leads and sales on autopilot 24/7 without trading time for dollars. If this is something you need or that your team needs, I suggest that you check out my link that I also put in the description so that we can do this together. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And thank you to Staci Manley for that really great training, and check out her link as well. Congratulations to the Amazon gift card winner. Make sure you email me. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
hands up.